Hi, welcome to the first virtual fundraiser for the Fundación Gran Comisión Ministry, based here in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. We serve in 12 different communities in the northwestern region of Honduras. We live in a beautifully diverse country, and we get the honor of getting to know so many different people in the communities where we serve. At the end of October, Hurricane Edda began to form in the Atlantic Ocean, and as we were watching the weather, we saw that it was going to take the path directly through the northwestern region of Honduras. As we were praying, the pastors made the decision that the relief project was going to be done directly through the Fundación ministry. We met together as a staff and we started to form a plan for the relief project.
When Hurricane Edda hit landfall in Honduras, it was worse than predicted. But the church started helping and started donating food and clothes for our relief project. Some men from our church also joined a search and rescue team to go and look for people in La Lima who couldn't evacuate on time. Our Fundación team went from 6 to 25 people in a day and from 25 to more than 100 in less than a week. The damages and the flooding caused by the rainfall are hard to believe. So to kick off this virtual fundraiser, we wanted to show you a video of the reality of the situation here in Honduras because of Hurricane Edda.
That video was really hard to watch because of the destruction left by Hurricane Edda. Many of you, as you watch that video, you might know these communities. You've walked on these streets and you have relationships, friendships with people who live in these communities. As hard as it is to see people that we know and that we love struggling, we know that God is in control. One of the ways that we want to bring hope to families during this Christmas season is by providing a Christmas dinner. $100 will provide a Christmas dinner for a family of 6 to 10 people. There's a couple ways that you can donate. First, you can donate directly through the international bank called BAC. We have a link set up for $100 donations. When you click on that link, you'll see that on the left side of the page, it says $100. And directly across from that, it has the conversion to lempiras. Underneath that, there's a box that you can click on, and you can click on however many times you want to donate $100. Or you can donate through the GCLA PushPay link. In that link, there's a drop down that says Honduras, Hurricane Edda, and Iota donations. There you can make a donation for whatever amount you would like to. We just ask that you would just pray with us in blessing a family this year in a Christmas dinner. And thank you so much for partnering with us and bringing hope to families this year for Christmas.
To continue with our program, we wanted to share with you a video of a young man who's staying in one of the shelters where we took a medical brigade. One of our Fundación volunteers talked to him and asked if he wanted to share his story, so he said yes. Watch this next video with us.
5 de noviembre a las 6:30 de la mañana, el agua empezaba a crecer. Ya las tenía a los tobillos cuando salí de mi pasaje. Cuando ya estaba en la calle, ya el agua casi me llegaba a las rodillas. En la primera cuadra que pasamos con mi papá, el agua la teníamos hasta el pecho y la corriente era demasiado fuerte. Entonces decidimos quedarnos. Íbamos con un hombre, un niño de 2 años y encontramos a una mujer que estaba subiéndose al techo. Le pedimos permiso, nos dijeron que sí, pues era una emergencia. La hija estaba arriba, la mamá de ella no se podía subir porque sobrepeso y tenía débil las rodillas. Fui a otra casa a buscar escaleras. Encontré una justamente, por suerte. La logré sacar del agua, la levanté y le iba poniendo la escalera de apoyo. Eso ya eran las 7 de la mañana y el agua ya estaba hasta la puerta. Llegaban lanchas, pero solo iban a traer gente específica. Durante el día, ¿qué sucedió? De 7 a 12 nos encontramos una sandía, nos comimos la sandía, encontré los vasos, nos encontré 2 piñas, pero solo decidimos comer una porque no sabíamos si íbamos a estar 2 días, 3 días sin comer. Como a las 3 de la tarde llegó una lata de leche flotando y estaba en buen estado la leche, no estaba vencida ni con agua contaminada. Por suerte la leche era la misma que el niño tomaba. Dios nos puso un medio litro de agua que todavía el bote estaba sellado, ahí nos llegó flotando y pues todo el agua se la dimos al niño. Llegaron unos plásticos, eso nos sirvió de cobija. También recogí una colcha que la dejé secando en el zinc durante el día para que en la noche, porque sabíamos que en la noche iba a estar complicado, pues toda la noche la pasamos despiertos porque cómo se duerme con frío, mojado. No nos llegaron a rescatar ni nada, así que nos tocó salir nadando. Y lo más derrotante para mí fue cuando entré a mi cuarto y todos mis papeles, mi título, flotando, viendo cómo se despedazaban. Caminamos cerca de 2 kilómetros para conseguir un carro que nos diera aventón hasta acá y pues gracias a Dios toda mi familia está completa, ni uno hace falta.
What an incredible story. As you have seen and we have experienced over and over again, God is still with us. In the midst of pain and suffering, He has not left us alone. Through phase 1 of the Relief Project, we are able to give immediate help to the families that need clothes, food, water, and hygiene kits. We have joined rescue teams who go to the community of La Lima and get people out who couldn't evacuate on time. We also take medical brigades to the shelters in the most affected areas of Honduras and give medical attention to the people who need it.
One of the things that we have been talking about during these days is just how much God has prepared us for this time. Earlier this year during COVID, we learned how to purchase supplies in bulk, such as food, rice and beans and water and flour, also hygiene kits for ourselves and cleaning supplies for houses. God also showed us how to work together as a staff and how to bring on volunteers onto our Fundación team. Check out this next video to see how the operations of the Emergency Relief Project are functioning. Hi family, I bring this to you with a heavy heart. On November 4th, Hurricane Edda hit Honduras, leaving catastrophic destruction to the country that has already been struggling because of the COVID pandemic. The Fundación Gran Comisión has created the Hurricane Edda Relief Project, which we are doing our best to rescue the families from the church, from La Lima, and bringing them to host families in San Pedro Sula. When they're in those host families, we're providing them with these donations that your donations are providing and that local Hondurans are bringing in. We're taking these food and clothing and also sanitary items to these families to maintain them during this time where they're just in a crisis mode. You can partner with us while we are also reaching out to partner with different government organizations to try to bring as much help as we can to the families who have been impacted by Hurricane Edda.
Through the Hurricane Relief Project, the Fundación Gran Comisión has been able to provide emergency relief to families in the church, CDI families, and others in the northwestern part of Honduras who were affected by the hurricanes. So far, through the relief project, the Fundación has provided aid to over 11,000 people and counting. The emergency project provides food, hygiene bags, clothes donations, as well as medical attention to public shelters where people are staying. The project supports up to 5 medical brigades every week, and we have visited a total of 36 shelters so far. We hope to continue the Hurricane Relief Project with your support for the next 3 months.
And that's our relief project. It's actually really cool. We would like to thank the Lord for providing and giving us the strength and wisdom that we have needed during this time. Thank you to every volunteer who has responded to this emergency and worked hard with us. Also, thank you to all of our donors who continue to support and donate to this project. We couldn't do this without you, and we promise it is not in vain. God is still moving, and He is working through every prayer and every donation. I would like to invite you to partner with us and help keep making this relief project possible. $6,000 would cover the operations of the relief project during 1 week. When you make a donation through your preferable link, send Fundación an email letting us know what your donation was and explaining that you would like to continue to support our relief project.
As you can see, God has been moving through the chaos that Hurricane Edda brought. As we were just getting a rhythm down of how the relief project was working and moving out of emergency mode, we started watching the weather, and we saw that Hurricane Iota began to form in the Atlantic Ocean. As it moved closer to Honduras, we saw that it was going to take the same path that Hurricane Edda took. The government put out an emergency mandate for anyone who was in an area that was at risk of flooding to evacuate. We began praying and asking you guys to pray that the hurricane would lessen and that the rains would be less as they made landfall. And God answered those prayers, because when Hurricane Iota hit Nicaragua, it hit as a Category 5. But when it moved through Honduras, it lessened to a Category 1 and a tropical storm. The destruction and the flooding that was left by Hurricane Iota was massive. Join us as we watch this next video to just see what the destruction looks like after Hurricane Iota. Hurricane Iota hit Honduras just 10 days after Hurricane Edda. It reflooded communities where the water had receded and people had already gone back in and begun to clean their houses and their businesses, fixing things that had been damaged by the flooding. In other communities, the water hadn't receded yet, and so when Hurricane Iota came, it just flooded those communities more, creating more and more damage. It has been reported that over 2 million people have been affected by Hurricane Iota and Hurricane Edda. 87,000 people are in shelters throughout the country because they can't return back to their homes right now. 13 bridges have been damaged and 13 have been destroyed and 19 have been reported as damaged. 54 landslides have occurred and 81 rivers and streams have overflooded. Something that we've been thinking about and remembering during this time, and even back to COVID, is that God has been with us, guiding us and protecting us and showing us how we can help. We know that we are limited, but He is not. And with His guidance, we can help our neighbor in need. One of the ways that you can join us in doing that is by partnering with us to donate towards a Restart Kit. This Restart Kit is going to give families the kickstart that they need to start after losing so much in the flooding. An entire Restart Kit costs $1,500, but we have divided that up into 3 groups of $500.
Restart Kit A costs $500, and it includes 3 beds and the bedding. Restart Kit B includes the refrigerator, pots, pans, cups, plates, and silverware, and it also costs $500. Restart Kit C includes a stove and a table for 4 people, and it also costs $500. Thank you so much for all of your prayers and support. We couldn't do this without you, and we are very thankful. Keep joining us in praying for the communities, the church members, and families and friends affected by these hurricanes. The work is just beginning. Thank you for joining us in this virtual fundraising.
Muchas gracias!